Is that us? And welcome, one and all, back to another edition of the Comedy Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Marcus, and you are joining me live in the Comedy Studios. And for the first time in a long time, I'm not alone. I'm with my boy Joey LaFaro. Joey LaFaro, welcome back to the studio. Say hello to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Oh man, it has been a minute, Joey LaFaro, since you and I have graced the stage of that comedy together.
You know what else has been a minute since I could walk. I haven't walked in 2 weeks.
Yeah, very true.
It's been a very restricted 2 weeks. There's been a lot of things I can't do to take care of for myself that I had to rely on others for.
Okay.
And I finally have been able this week to do those things again.
All right.
So I'm feeling a lot better, but a lot more tired.
Yeah, a lot more work when you're injured, and you start getting on that mending.
It's like, hey, I can do these things again, and you forget, oh, these things took energy that I don't have anymore.
There you go.
Atrophy.
Joey, we do have a special guest this week.
Yes, we do.
Oh man, it is a very beautiful young lady that I've just met here on the Dot Comedy Podcast. Ms. Dreadhead, welcome to the Dot Comedy Podcast.
Hey.
Oh man, it's gonna be a fun night, Joey LaFaro.
Yes, it is.
Oh man, I've missed you, Joey.
I miss you too, bro.
I've learned over the last couple episodes that I can't do this alone. It fucks with the mental capacity of DJ Marcus. When I had to sit through and like actually coordinate video, audio, and everything else by myself, just sitting here, it was hectic on my mind. Now, if I had to do it for another week, I think I could have done it, but I think I would. If beyond that, I would have thrown this shit away, and I would have said, "This is my dining room now." It just became such stressful. But I'm glad you're back. Glad you're on the mend. I'm glad that we were back in the studio together. These allergy season, man. This allergy season is starting to kill me though.
I wasn't half feeling good about that because like I sneezed this morning and then I sneezed again. I'm like, is this it? Have I can't get COVID now. Like I've after all the I literally had my girlfriend breathe COVID in my face. I didn't get it. I'm gonna get it now. Fuck out of here.
Pretty fucking much.
I finally hit the first day of daylight savings. And I'm starting to come out of the seasonal depression, and the sneeze happens, and now like get COVID now. No, I ain't going out like that.
I literally went to Maryland Live Casino last night, and I started coughing just in the middle of the casino, and I'm looking around, and people aren't looking at me, like no one's paying attention to me, which is awesome because again, being in COVID for so long, if anybody sneezes or cough near you, you look at them because you're like, hey. Bitch, cover that up. Go get a mask. Go do something. Because I was butt naked. My face was butt naked out in the streets. I ain't wearing no mask. I ain't doing nothing. I am.
Why were you butt naked?
Well, my face was butt naked. I say it that way. Much like when I'm butt naked, it was just only hair for the world to see, right around here. But yeah, man, it's a strange world we're living in. We're starting to get out of it a little bit. We're starting to get back to normal stuff. Casino is where I find normality. Because they took all I went to the casino during COVID, and they put all the plexiglass between the seats.
Oh,
they took all that shit down, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be amazing! Like everybody can be elbow to elbow with these bitches now." And there was more space between people at these tables than I'd ever seen in my life. There was nobody crowding anybody. They're like, I can't give him 6 feet. I'm giving this 2.5. This shit is getting. It's so weird, man. The world's gonna change, Joey. You're gonna find a lot less white people bumping into you in the street. I think that's gonna be a thing because white people have no sense of area around them. They believe that all space is their space.
Are you
so
sure?
they bump into people and don't care.
I almost like
I'm sorry. I was trying to hold that one in.
I'm trying. You don't have to hold that in. Like,
No.
please. You're here so we can have your perspective.
Yes,
they're
ma'am.
sick of us.
No, that one was so funny. That one right there, because I relate to that one.
I hope you're right, because I almost like crutch slapped about 15 people in the past week alone.
Oh yeah, because we have no care for the crippled anymore.
Did not give a fuck about me.
The crippled and the homeless are people that we just stopped caring about.
Oh, Lord, please not the homeless. I already got. That's what my story about. Lord Jesus, not the homeless.
Some dude came up to me while I was eating, like I'm in a meeting on a tablet in the parking lot of McDonald's today, because that was my day.
Uh-huh.
And I'm on it, like literally looking at my work, and he's like knocking on my window. Hey, can I get a sandwich? And I'm like, I don't have any cash. I wanted to say, fuck, I'm in a meeting, but I thought that was a weird thing because no, he's right. This is the McDonald's parking lot. I asked for this by being here.
By being there for too long. Oh my goodness. I got a dude walked up to my car the other day. Like I was sitting there and I was getting in the car. Now I have hood perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching everybody as I get in my car. So I'm trying to make sure when I get in my car that no one's going to rob me. So
I thought you were talking about a feature on your vehicle. Hood perspective.
Hood perspective. It's an alarm.
It detects when there's homeless people coming to wash your windows with urine.
Pretty much. But he walked up to the car, right? And he's like, hey, what's up, man? And he gave me $5. And I was like, what's up? He's like, all right, so when we doing this? I was like, doing what? What the fuck are you talking about? He's like, didn't I just talk to you on the phone? No, nigga, if I knew you, we would already be doing whatever the fuck we would supposed to do. He's like, oh shit, you ain't Tommy? No, nigga, get the fuck away from me. If you don't get the fuck away from me. This is on a break.
That ain't shit compared to what the hell I went through today. Just today alone ain't shit. I didn't get enough sleep for what the fuck I got hit with at 7:30 in the morning.
Oh no.
7:30. Yeah.
That's early. That's early for all bullshit.
7:30 full of fuckery. Okay. I'm a store manager at Paul, right? And this is why I say privilege, because I work up there where there's a lot of, white up class people. So they come to get their bougie cups of coffee and shit. They don't even like Starbucks. Fuck Starbucks. They want upper Starbucks. This is like the king and queen of Starbucks. So where I work at, they want top-notch shit. So they come there. Around the corner is a plethora of homeless people. I'm talking about it's a whole colony, a whole homeless community. They have their pants and shit out there. They be having their blankets. They trade shit. They barter. They do all that shit out there.
It's called Plethora Gardens.
It's a whole garden of homeless people. Like they just planted their tents there and they just get their pots and pans and make crackhead stew. Like they just sit right there.
Yes.
Not crack stew.
Yes, crack stew. They try on the shit they stole from Macy's right there, uncurtain and everything, pussy out. And they don't shave, so this is wolf pussy.
Oh no.
I seen a possum play out the tent. One had a possum as a goddamn dog. I cannot make this shit up. So the lady, she's sitting outside. I seen her sitting on my chairs and shit. So I'm like, okay, I hope she don't come in here with the fuckery. So she did. As soon as I turn around, she in the store. It was like a GTA moment. She was just out there. I turn around for a corner of a second. I turn back, the bitch in the store. I said, what the fuck? Did the door open? So she in the store. She trying to get a cup of coffee. She didn't have money for the coffee, of course. So she tries to cuss out my Latino coworker. Mm-hmm. So I'm not letting her go to the racist part. So I cuss out and said, look, you see my skin. You see, I'm not from here. I work here with all these motherfuckers. Don't let these white people see us act niggerish in here. Come on now. Get the hell out of my store now. Come on now. So I got to apologize to them because they see me all nice. I'm an upper class nigga. They see me just get the low income nigga just in like the quick of a second. Like I just became two different niggas that quick in front of them white people. So that was already fucked up. So after that situation, I think she leaves. She's talking about, do you guys got a bathroom? I said, no, we don't have a bathroom. I turn around. My truck comes. I'm thinking the bitch is gone. It's like 9:30 now.
Damn.
She in my bathroom, locked in the bathroom.
Oh no.
I had to call the police. Then she stole a bag of chips and 1 mini croissant.
Oh.
I can't make this shit up. I have a recording of this shit. It's wow.
So she went and hid in the bathroom until you were busy enough to where she could get to that bag of chips and that mini croissant. I know I've seen that hustle before. They wait
she stole it in front of me. I let her steal it.
That's like clever squirrel shit. Like that's what it.
I'm a nigga. I'm not about to fight you over no baby croissant. You take that shit and get the fuck out if you hungry. That's what you should have did in the first place instead of sleeping in the bathroom. You should have just stole the shit and left. You want to sit and make a scene?
That's like that stray cat that comes up to the picnic and you're like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And then you like go back to having your picnic. And next thing you know, they stole all the lunch meat out the packing basket.
Pretty much. They Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
They Winnie the Pooh. That's what we call a Winnie the Pooh in retail. Oh man, I had a crackhead incident in my store. See, this is it again. She just spawned a thought in my head. I'm sitting in my office. Whenever spring starts, I get a sinus infection.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting in the office with the lights off in the dark because my head hurts and everything else is killing me. So I get a message. I get a page, and my guy who's working frozen food says, "Hey man, can you come to the dog food aisle?" I'm like, why the fuck is the frozen food guy calling me to the dog food aisle? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. So I walk over to the dog food aisle and I look down the aisle. He's standing at the end of the aisle holding a pack of ice cream. And I look down the aisle and there's cups. All the cups I carry on my shelf just laid out on the floor and then bags of dog food on the other side. And I just look down like, what the fuck just happened? And he looks at me and he's holding ice cream. So this is all melting in his arm as this shit's happening. So I'm like, what the fuck happened? He's like, some crackhead just knocked all the shit on the floor. No, the fuck they did. No, the fuck they did. And nobody saw the crackhead doing this. And he's like, nah, she went out the door. Huh? And so I'm like, okay, I got it. She's like,
why is he holding ice cream at the end of it?
Because he just walked from the ice cream aisle over to the aisle. Because he's working frozen food.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, okay. And then I walk in the office, so I look at the camera. Now this crackhead had hit 2 spots in the store. No one knew the first one. She did a mini mischief at the first spot. So she took like 5 packs of cookies and threw them on the floor first. And then she was like, oh, no one noticed that. So her ass walks down the aisle into the paper section and just starts knocking every fucking thing on the floor. Customers walking past her. One of my cashiers walked from their register and looked down the aisle. Didn't say anything. We all carry communicators. He didn't say shit. Hey, there's a crackhead throwing shit on the floor in front. Nothing of that sort. He walked from where he was to the ice cream aisle to get the frozen food guy. Why didn't you call me? And then so I gotta yell at every fucking body in the store behind a crackhead doing some shit at 9:00 in the motherfucking morning.
Oh man,
like, this is the most ridiculous ass shit that Laurel has to offer. Because
I had a crackhead OD in the bathroom.
I've had that happen.
That was I couldn't. That was hard to explain to your GM.
Yes, it is.
So,
because it was an awkward conversation. Because the way I called him, I was like, Ibu, the bathroom is not responsive. It OD is deceased. It is done. It is gone. It is unusable. He was like, what are you saying?
Dead, dog.
It's a clock in the bathroom, dead, dude. He said, what? The pot bellies down archives. I was working. Yeah, I cannot make that up. It was that joint is haunted forever. It's a clucker dead in the bath. That's why I wouldn't go to the bathroom. I felt like somebody was in there with me. Felt like it grabbed my snatch. That's because it's my identity.
I'm surprised it was a crackhead because Laurel
meth capital.
I would think meth would be.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. She's probably on meth, but I call them all crackheads because it works easier. It works easier for the joke. If I said West Virginia, I say meth addict, and everybody be like, "Yup, I understand that." But
meth or heroin.
I think it's a matter of time in Columbia because Columbia is starting. There's panhandlers on every corner.
Really,
and now they're spreading into the parking lots. Before long, that's the next step. Is it's like panhandling, solicitation, OD in a bathroom. Like those are the
progression.
Wait, I skipped one. Dirty window washing and then
OD in the bathroom. Yeah, once you hit dirty window washing with unclean water, which I don't understand in America.
Yeah,
where you found the most unclean water to spray on my goddamn.
Where the fuck is they getting this water from? That's just so fucking.
It's just
I mean,
they don't even actually.
It's like they just get this pail. And this pail is already full with this ooey gooey ass fucking water. Like, where the fuck is they getting this dirt muddy ass water?
They have one bucket, and then it rains, and then that's the water, and then it just gets refilled when it rains the next.
They use recycled water.
At no point is that bucket dumped out. So every time that draws go back in,
when they clean their drawers for it. Oh my goodness!
Every time they wring out the pair of drawers they're using to wipe your windshield,
they're just wringing off the booty minerals right there in the bucket.
that bucket is an ecosystem. It is full of algae.
Probably so.
That dog got all kinds of E. coli and norovirus in there.
You know what you didn't hear about dying during COVID? What? A bunch of homeless people. You would think a bunch of homeless people that had COVID.
Homeless people, they was like cockroaches
outside. It's hard to get it outside.
Because they always out. There's no way they could get it. Like it's no way.
COVID is
unless the only way they could get it is they go around people that ain't homeless.
Wow,
that's fucked up to say, but it's true as shit. It's true.
In the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's fucking hilarious. Oh Jesus! Anything else happening this week, Jim?
No, it was mostly just I saw the Batman.
Okay.
I want to see that.
See a matinee or rent it. It was if I had paid more than matinee price, I would have been annoyed.
Okay.
But I think
man.
But don't take some people love it. If you're a Batman fan, you'll probably really enjoy it. But if
I'm an original Batman fan with the orange lips. He got skinny lips, so I already knew this was gonna be a bad one.
He actually the thing he does, like the acting was this is the thing. The acting was good, the production value is awesome. It is a beautiful film. But there's some things that happen that if you think about them for like a minute, you'll go, that don't.
That dog don't hunt.
That dog don't.
that dog don't hunt. I understand completely what you mean.
Pretty much, if you're a Batman fan, you'll pick up that ain't something right with this mother.
It's not even a Batman thing. It's just there's certain things that happen that you go, that's not how that works. And like it just like things he does with police that it don't work that way. And then there's other things he doesn't do as Batman that you would expect Batman to do. And then things that like may be racist. But like
so they made a white privileged Batman.
Well,
they made the true Batman.
So they made the Superman of Batman. They made a privileged ass goddamn Batman. Yeah. He was already rich as shit. Goddamn, he got to be that goddamn privileged too. He used to give back. Now he all. Man.
So and basically he goes and talks back to the police.
He lost the nigga.
He fights them.
He fights the police.
He fights the police at one point.
Do they play "Fuck the Police" in the background?
No, he fights.
They should. They should have put. If they play "Fuck the Police," I would have gave him another. I would have gave him an end on the nigga card.
Spoiler alert. He gets himself blown up.
Oh, well, all of them do at some point.
No, but this is completely his own fault. Instead of stepping back as the bomb counted down, he stepped into the bomb, then got knocked unconscious. Then the police take him back to the station, don't remove his mask. But a few of the cops are like, fuck him, take that mask off. And he's like, fuck you, you ain't taking the mask off of shit. So he starts swinging at him. And then they're like, ow, I have you on assaulting an officer. And then Gordon's like, hey, chill, I got this. And then he turns to Batman, he's like, hey, punch me and take this key. And then he cold cocks Gordon and runs.
Sounds like emo Batman.
The very next scene, Gordon signals him with the bat signal.
With a black eye?
Yes.
So he all Willy Lump sending signals.
He sends the bat signal. A light.
That's a toxic relationship. I'm just gonna be real. That sounds like 6 months into a toxic relationship.
It sure the fuck is.
But here's the funny thing.
That's what that sounds like. Like I'm listening to my homegirl tell me that her 6 month story about her toxic ass relationship.
But I love him.
No,
I love his dirty ass. He blew out my back, my windows, and stole my car purse. But I love him.
Commissioner Gordon's an abused girlfriend. This is what he's come down.
He wasn't commissioner yet, but here's the part that I didn't get. So then he goes and he tells him, yeah, I put an APB on you. So they think that, and I'm like, you are shining a light in the sky to where the fuck he is.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
How stupid are the fucking cops that no one thought to look for the bat signal in the sky and go to it?
I don't understand. I don't understand where this movie's going.
It just was a thing that happened, but no one, like everyone, just like, oh, you can't. It's just a movie. Like, see, no, fuck you, because you're like, it's the most realistic Batman ever. Like, no, you can't tell me it's realistic, and then that dumb shit happens.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Exactly. Like that is just snitching on yourself.
Pretty fucking much. You can't put a spotlight on where you're headed to with the guy that punched you in the face.
And when you say it,
I love you. I love you so much that I'm a snitch on us.
I'm not going to give anything else away. I want you to, when you watch it, just tell me two things. Did you think that the Batman Catwoman thing was organic?
Okay.
And two, did he actually prevent any crimes? Just watch it.
It seems like to me when you say that, it seems like he either let them get away.
You want to take?
Did you ever see Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yeah.
You know how?
Nah.
So Raiders of the Lost Ark, is like the Nazis are trying to get the Ark of the Covenant, right? Mm-hmm. And Indiana's trying to stop them. At the end of the movie, he doesn't actually stop them. They open the Ark and their faces melt, and that's how they lose. But if you think about it, Indiana doesn't actually have anything to do with that outcome.
Nope, he doesn't. He could have stayed home, and all the same shit would have happened.
That's kind of how I felt about this Batman movie.
Gotcha.
To me, it was like a beautiful idiot. You ever know somebody who just like they're gorgeous, but God damn it, they say some dumbass shit.
You so stupid.
That
was how
that toxic relationship. That's what that was.
That's a toxic ass relationship.
That whole movie that was from beginning, and that wasn't even a whole movie. That was like 6 minutes of you just telling a snippet of. And that sounded like 6 months of depression and hard work and dedication to a fuck nigga.
It is a 3-hour film.
It's 3 hours.
But I will tell you this.
I would have died.
I did not recognize Colin Farrell.
I would have left my soul in the chair to watch that shit.
It's worth like this is how good a job like visually they did. They made Colin Farrell look every bit like the Penguin to the point where he didn't know there was no part of Colin Farrell apparent.
Yeah, I saw it in an interview where they showed the picture of him and the Penguin side by side, and it was like, that can't be him in that.
It so much doesn't look like him that I did not even remember who he was, like by name.
Oh wow!
I thought I had to be thinking of somebody else. No, that's Colin Farrell. They just did whatever the hell they did to make him look like Abbott, Lou Costello with scars.
Hey, industrial light and magic, man. That's the shit to get. That's shit that gets us, man. Oh man, we're gonna take a quick break, man.
Okay.
We're gonna come back. We're gonna sit down and have a conversation. We like to sit down and take it slow and talk to our guests. Something wrong?
There's something flying around.
Oh yeah, see it. That's why I don't open doors. Fucking Phil. We like to sit down and have a conversation with our guests. We learn a little bit more about the beautiful Miss Dreadhead, just to see who she is. But we'll be back. We'll be back in a minute with more fun and more thrills on the Dad Comedy Podcast. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. All right. Okay. All right. Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit me get up. And we're back with the That Comedy Podcast. This segment of the That Comedy Podcast is brought to you by Smooth My Balls. That's right, to Smooth My Balls. It's the That Comedy Razor of the Year. You need to get yourself one, because when you get yourself one, you will be joining the team. That's right, the Dad Comedy team all has their own personal Smooth My Balls razor. You need to get yourself one, because the summer's coming up, Joey LaFaro. And ladies love a smooth man on the beach.
Do they?
Because a hairy man on hairy man on the beach is nothing but a trap for jellyfish. So get yourself a Smooth My Balls Chirp Chopper 3.0.
I need to smooth my face.
You need to smooth your face?
I'm haggard. I gave up on grooming during the hip period.
I understand. Oh man. So we're back on the That Comedy Podcast. DJ Marcus, Joey LaFaro, our special guest this week, Ms. Dreadhead, joining us again on the CPMMA Fight Line. You got it up there?
Nah.
Of course you didn't.
I wasn't ready.
Jesus Christ, Joey LaFaro.
There it is.
The CPMMA Fight Line, that's right. CPMMA, the local fighting gym of Joey LaFaro.
Oh, I forgot.
You forgot?
I forgot that there was a fight this weekend.
Yes, there was. Bianchi Zimmerman.
Freedom Fight Night happened on Saturday.
Yes.
And all I had to say is, fuck that promotion. That was the most ridiculous propaganda ass shit I've ever seen.
Did you get it finally watched?
So this fight was on something called Clout Hub,
okay,
which apparently is like a lot like Parler. And then they said I signed up and it said, you'll send you the link within 24 hours. Like, it's under 24 hours. Why don't I have the link? And they're like, we'll send it out around 6 for the event that started at 8.
Okay.
I got the link at 7. So apparently around 6 means 7 to them, because they're conservatives and they can't spell or know how long a phone number is or fucking speak. So they start doing the event. No, I shit you not. So it would alternate between, they would have a fight and they would have a propaganda, and then they would have a fight and then they'd have a propaganda. And they were just like the guy promoting it and Frank Mir taking turns saying shit that didn't really make sense about how like the plumbers and mechanics with tattoos that are raising our families. I'm like, none of those people are raising my family. The fuck are you talking about?
The plumbers and mechanics with tattoos are raising our families.
Yeah. It just was like the dumbest fucking shit. And then you went from that dumb shit to like the fight would end between two people who had like never fought before. One guy, I swear, they got him off the street. It was like this tubby, marshmallowy guy who clearly had sunburn. He looked like Guy Fieri, except bigger. And he goes in against this Arab, this big Egyptian dude, and the Egyptian dude just knocks him out like within the first 30 seconds.
And we were all like, punched him in the face.
Predictable.
Yeah.
And the Egyptian guy looks back at the camera and winks, and that's the end of that one. Then another guy said that we needed, because of all the pestilence, we needed to delve into Jesus.
What?
Yes.
Those aren't words.
Exactly. So the fights are going. So my friend was Pianki, our dear friend Pianki, was fighting the main event.
Mm-hmm.
And the fight before him, or one of the fights before him, one of the fights got stopped because of the guy was getting hit to what we thought was the back of the head. At the end of the last punch was thrown directly at his neck.
Oh,
repeatedly. So we're thinking, okay, that guy got disqualified. This is a DQ.
Yeah.
No, they gave the guy the technical knockout.
What?
Yeah, because they said it should have been called before that. Come to find out later that night, dude's heart stopped. They had to resuscitate him.
Wow.
So, few fights later.
Wow.
Few fights later, Pianki fights a dude who was on house arrest.
Huh?
Yeah, we didn't know this going into it, but apparently he was supposed to fight somebody else, and there was a shuffle, and then this guy, Tito Ortiz. So here's the thing: Tito Ortiz had one team, and Rampage Jackson had one team, and so the whole night they're like giving points for whether you knocked them out or won by decision or whatever.
Yeah,
and then you get to this point where it's the last. They're tied going into the last match,
like freaking every movie.
So the fight starts, and the guy gets Pianki on the ground, but he clearly didn't want to throw hands with Pianki. He would have gotten the fuck destroyed if he was standing up. So he tries to get Pianki on the ground. He starts like throwing wild ass punches at Pianki, and he's blocking them. A lot of them are hitting the fucking ground, but the ref like races in, and Pianki looks right at him and goes, "I'm fine," while still blocking shit, and he called it.
They stole it from him.
They stole the fuck out of it.
They stole
Frank Mir told him so. Rampage Jackson told him so. Tito Ortiz couldn't look him in the eye because the motherfucker knew the fucking shit was. Also, Tito Ortiz was wearing rubber gloves the whole fucking night. Like, I don't know if he was making quesadillas on the side or what the fuck he was doing. We wearing gloves like he thinks he's a cut man. These dudes didn't like. Here's the thing: I guarantee you that these fighters did not know that either Tito or Rampage were involved because we literally found out yesterday.
Wow.
So I only bring this up because we literally had them on last week.
Yeah.
And we forgot to talk about what happened.
Yeah. Because I saw Pianki's post.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, how the fuck do you do that to
the Florida Athletic Commission needs to fire the fuck out of that ref.
Yeah.
Because he almost let a man die and then overcompensated by ruining the main event.
Was it the same ref from Cobra Kai? The last episode of the current season of Cobra Kai?
Probably.
Okay. Because he got paid off by the guy with the ponytail. And if there was a guy with a ponytail, you don't trust him. So
Rampage straight up accused Tito of paying off the ref. And the fucked up part was the guy who was like the promoter, like right before that, like gave this whole speech about, hey, it's been a great night. And we did, he said he was going to say that nothing was rigged, but then he mispronounced it. He was like rigged.
Oh, wasn't rigged?
Yeah. So I think he did that on purpose because it actually was rigged. He forgot it was only the one fight.
We haven't had any rigged fights this evening.
All the other fights were pretty cut and dry. Because someone like literally got knocked out. And usually very quick.
Got punched in the neck and almost died. Well, they did die. They had to get brung back. Let me take that back. They stole his soul. Somebody's soul left. And they got it back.
You got it back just in time.
Thank goodness.
They got it back at that.
Thank goodness you did survive.
I did have a fight happen over the weekend, but it wasn't professionally, and it was my ass, and I feel so bad for him. I think he stopped doing everything in life now. I think he got his ass up. He like, I seen a grown man cry, and I think he stopped doing everything in life. Like, after that ass whooping, I think that ass whooping made him like not want to do comedy, not want to rap, sing.
God damn.
That sounds like soul was taken. That's what it sounds like.
That was.
Oh my god. True. Like this happened. What was it? Saturday, babe, when the fight? Yeah, it was Saturday. My man Toe, which is my husband's friend, childhood friend, was supposed to be boxing. Another boxer named Wolf.
Oh wow.
Okay.
But before that fight, it was supposed to be another, like other fights. So one of the guys named Gunsmoke, I think you met him, Joe. He sing the show. And
okay.
the guy that performed at the end.
I vaguely remember that.
Yes.
He
made all the retarded jokes.
Uh-huh. Joey's like, yeah, I met a guy named Gunsmoke, I believe. Man,
I was pretty drunk at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. He was fucked up. But he drank that sexy bottle. I told him not to drink that shit. But
not all of us can get turned on cranberry juice.
But like he was pretty much like he's trying to be a comedian, but he tried to be a boxer too. So I'm like, bro, you gotta pick something. Like you can't try to do everything, bro. So everybody's telling him, like, look, don't go in this joint and get your ass whipped for no followers. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not worth it. At the end of the day, like being a comedian is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of work into it. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, like you gotta go out here and be dedicated to it. And he thinks that like getting into the most craziest stuff is the way to go to get views and follows. No, that's not the way. He got in that ring. And first of all, the ring was made by McGavin himself. Like it was wood. It was a wood floor.
Especially rigged ring.
If someone invites you to fight them in a ring they built with their hands, don't
in their backyard with wood.
Yeah, no.
Oh, nah, you good.
Oh, hell no.
Nah.
He got his, and then he had on the Kmart Owl 3s.
Oh my goodness.
No.
He got his ass whooped. It was bad. I haven't seen him since. He hasn't came to no shows and that. He ain't even come out in public. I haven't seen that man make a video, a live speak. He hasn't grown. Nothing. He ain't ate nothing ever. Like that man got his ass whooped so bad in the first 3 seconds.
Oh wow.
And then after that, it looked like a 2T fight. It looked like two toddlers was fighting. It was just like this.
It's hilarious. People don't know how to fight.
It was fucking hilarious. I'm just watching my man get his ass whooped. He just when he went down and went out the ring with them Kmart Owl 11s, I was like,
hey, listen, I hurt my hip in December. I'm gonna be out for another 5 months. But if I had hurt my pride,
you out forever.
I would have been out for a whole year or possibly more.
You know.
Well, I understand that.
I watched the interview with Roy Jones Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about the Tyson fight, that exhibition him and Tyson had. And one of the interviewers was like, "Yeah, man, when you and they announced that fight, and we saw Mike in like training, we were really worried for you." And Roy went, "I was worried for me too." He was like they got in the ring and he was throwing exhibition punches at Mike.
Right.
And Mike was just whoa. And he was just ducking everything. And he's like, this nigga really want to fight me because he is trying not to get hit so he could fuck me up.
Like, Mike went Apollo Creed on that shit. He's like, this is my comeback.
I wouldn't want to get my ass whipped by no man with no little ass voice like that. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's
my ass. I'm sorry.
That's the one motherfucker that could do it though. It's a tiny voice human being.
Like that. I wouldn't even want a man with a tiny voice to fuck me. That shit would throw me off. Fight me or fuck me. Like, no,
that would be hilarious.
Like squeaky toy.
Like I don't want to.
I'm looking at this doing. You stop.
Like I don't want to see my fuck, but I want to hear it. I don't know why.
If you wanted to fuck a rubber ducky, you do it in your bathtub.
Stupid. Oh my goodness. We have cut into our interview segment.
I'm sorry. It's all going sideways.
Yeah, but we had to talk about the Bianchi fight, man, because it is topical, and it is now. But our special guest this week, Miss Dreadhead, again, welcome to the Dot Comedy Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, man, it's definitely a pleasure having you on. So how long you been doing comedy?
6 years. 6
years, okay. Now, how has the pandemic been for you? Because that's a question I ask every comic that comes on, because I really want to know. Has it been a trial?
All-headed thought with no draws on, who pussy is PH'd off. Oh, I can't stand it. Like, ooh, the pandemic was such a bitch, but it was a blessing. It was a bitch, but a blessing, because it gave me time to like really get myself together for what I was preparing to do once the pandemic like slowed down. You know, it was hard financially. It was hard like booking. It was just like stopping me, because I'm like, dang, I don't have nothing. You know, I gotta be at home with these kids. But that gave me more like to give to the stage. Like when I got my first opportunity and everything opened up, it was just like, damn. And then I got me more shows, and then I was just like on from there. Like those first 5 to 6 shows that I got during the pandemic took me off. So when the pandemic started trickling in, we was opening back up, what people call outside, I was just like outside with them. Yeah. And the funny thing is, I don't know what's wrong with my Jamaican blood, but I don't drink. I'm trying not to jinx myself, but as much as I've been out here raw dogging, I ain't catch COVID yet doing these shows, and I'm just proud of myself. I'm one of them like Walking Dead, people that they have in the meme that ain't catch that shit. I am one of them.
Hey, I can understand that. I've been butt naked in the face for the last like 2-3 weeks. Ever since PG County said, "Hey, you can go butt naked in the stores," my face has been butt naked at work.
I still haven't done it. I really wanted to last week. Do you know how hard it is to crutch around when you weigh 230 something
with a mask on your face?
With a mask on your face.
You know how hard it is to be 300 pounds and have a mask on your face when you picking up boxes? That shit's ridiculous. I seriously thought I was having heart problems.
I didn't stop
up until I took that mask off
for 3 hours. Not the physical activity, and you're just like lightly sweating for the next 4 hours.
We're gonna find out we have so many damn complications because of this shit. Like
this try having glasses. That shit's the worst.
Oh, you can barely see and breathe. So
I'm telling you, I almost ran into the metro thing like this morning because I couldn't see. Like when I got my mask on, it fogs up, and then don't let the atmosphere change and shit. Then I got double fog. And then I don't see what the fuck is coming down. So I'm coming down the escalator. Wrong step, me.
Oh no.
Oh Lord.
Not those DC.
This disappeared and I'm on the ground. You know how many times I didn't bust my ass. I didn't bust my ass going to work one time because my glass was foggy. Then I bust my ass just at work the same week.
Oh my goodness, man. But hey, we're getting on the other end of it though. We're almost there. And hopefully in the next couple months we can finally go, you know what, we're done with this pandemic bullshit. And it's time
I think I'm still gonna wear mine because niggas be picking in their nose and then touching counters and shit. The pandemic made me realize that I need a mask.
The pandemic made us realize people are fucking disgusting.
Yes.
They are. I'm sorry. Like, they some nasty motherfuckers. I had a lady just coughing in the store with no mask. And I just looked at her for like 15 minutes like, bitch, if you do not take your lips outside and beat the bitch. Like,
I was at Lidl today and some like dirty kid was just sticking his hands in the bakery case. I'm like, there is a perfectly good bakery paper that you're supposed to use to touch the food in there.
Not kids. Kids are the petri dishes.
He wasn't a small kid either.
This was a fat kid.
This is a baby Huey. Like he had the whole shirt that didn't fit, so his belly button was sticking out.
Oh Lord!
And then his dad came over and had the same shirt.
Where do these people live? Because that house needs to be blown up. I don't understand those people. I never understood those people.
Columbia is gradually becoming very ghetto.
Yeah, they're coming south.
I know my sister is out Columbia, Maryland, and she's ghetto, so I can just. She loves it there.
They come in north from Baltimore and south from DC.
We got out.
Oh, you got the fuck out of there because that shit's gonna turn. It's gonna turn like bad milk. But yeah, man, it's the pandemic's almost over. But so, Ms. Drehead, what are people looking for you to do? What are you looking to do with this comedy thing? You looking to become an actress, become a voice actor, that sort?
I'm actually right now doing a movie in DC right now called The Lot.
Okay. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so they just gave us a script. It's a couple of DMV comedians actually that's going to be in it as well. So I've been doing that. Then I'm also doing a TV show, a comedy competition that's coming up on April the 10th.
Okay.
So I'm going in for the long run. Like, this is a passion. I've been wanting to do this for so long, and I just wake up every day and be like, all right, when my next show? Like, I woke up this morning and didn't even know I was gonna have a show Friday, and now I'm opening up for Howard G.
Oh, awesome.
That is awesome.
So, so it's just like people know like how I am. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there on time before anybody else. Like, I'm gonna be there. Like, it's something that it's a rush. I love it. It's like, you know how like crackheads gotta wake up every day and they gotta have their crack rock. They don't care what time it is. They don't go to sleep or nothing.
Yeah.
That's me for my comedy. That's my crack.
Okay.
I be feeling for it.
Yeah, I understand.
It's a
good
healthier addiction.
Yeah, it's a healthy addiction. It's a
healthy addiction. It's a healthy addiction.
It can be a motherfucker.
Oh yeah. It can bring you down
when you have that off night.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think that's you're not a comedian until you feel that feeling of not having a good night. Like, you could do everybody is still laugh. Everybody is but you as a person, you know yourself. Yeah. You ain't do it all. God damn it. I could have brought that I could have brought that in a different way and made it better. But you know what? Next time I'm gonna kill it even better.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it depends on the person. Like, do you think other comics in general are like, we're bullies to ourselves?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's usually it goes back to the Eminem line. Like, I bully myself because make me do what I put my mind to.
Yeah.
Like, I feel that statement every time.
Okay. I can see that. It like you're pushing yourself harder than anybody else can, because if I suck at it, it's only me who's gonna be pissed about this shit.
It's not even suck. Like, it'll be that you came off stage, right? Uh-huh. And someone will say good set, and you'll be like, get the fuck out of my face. Like, that's that unhealthy. That's the level of unhealthy that many of us are. Like, because we know, like, it's like they're not patronizing you. They actually may have thought it was good, but you know what you set out to do, and that was not it.
Yeah, I can see that.
And in that moment, you don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks.
I have a close friend that's like that, and I'd be like, bro, you a jackass. You stay doing it. Man, fuck you. Let me titty fuck you then. Maybe you'll feel a little better.
Oh my goodness.
Damn. It's a good friend.
You know,
she's gonna
every comedian, you realize how a person is in general by them just being on this, like, being around them as a comedian.
Yeah.
Like, especially me being sober, like, some of my friends, I'd be like, yeah, I can't go to the bar with you, bitch. Just to chill and just hang out and drink cranberry juice because you want to fight and argue and Joan on everybody. We're going to end up in jail dead.
Yeah, you got to pick your friends better on that one.
Then you feel the obligation to be the responsible one.
Yeah.
You just want to cut loose and have fun too.
Yeah. You want to just throw some cranberry juice up in there and have fun.
That feeling.
I've been there.
Yeah. That's me. Cranberry in the air.
I've literally seen this. This is the only person I've ever seen in real time drink cranberry juice and get turned.
That's my shit.
That was when I was like, all right, I gotta have you on the podcast. Like, that can't. This we're having too much fun now. I was drinking Jack and Coke. She didn't need it. Cranberry juice. One cranberry juice, she was good. I was like 5 drinks in to get on to just get to her level.
Wow. Oh, that means she has to come out on that comedy night out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Oh man. So where can people find you at on the internets?
They can find me on IG. I do have a Facebook, but I don't really do like a lot of my comedy on my Facebook. I do it mostly like to be a human, to be normal. So that's what I really use mine for. But for my I mainly do everything on my Instagram, and everybody can find me on IG as Miss Dreadhead 33_. I be having crazy little videos and skits and stuff between times of doing my shows. I'm working on my acting skills.
All right, definitely a good thing, man. You gotta get out there and get your name to people, and we're gonna definitely help you out with that. So any shows you get coming up, make sure you shoot those over to us so we can get them out to the world as best we can to here at the Dot Comedy Podcast.
Oh, we'll do.
Yeah, we definitely want to be able to we always want to promote our guests and let the other people know we don't have people on unless we know that they're funny.
Even after you're on. So we like to promote you when you're coming on, but then after you're off, you're still a part of the family. So we're gonna keep promoting.
Oh, thanks.
We're gonna definitely keep that going. Man, but we're gonna take a break, Joe.
Okay.
And man, we're gonna talk about some crazy shit, man.
Give
me a sneak peek of what's going on in the world, Joey.
Grubhub is getting sued by the District of Columbia. Yeezy at it again. Lisa Kudrow said some crazy shit, and there may be another attempt at a flying car soon.
Oh man, flying cars.
Yeah, I ain't
crashing them bitches on 95. It's gonna be
want to see this shit.
Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. But we'll be back with more fun and more thrills on a minute on the That Comedy Podcast.
Click. As I look around, they don't do it like my click. And all these bad bitches, man, they want the B.I.C. Oh God. I tell a bad bitch.
Hey, and we're back on the That Comedy Podcast, and this segment of the That Comedy Podcast is brought to you by something new just for you: comedy shows near me. That's right, the newest entity from the brainchild of that comedy team, Joey LaFaro and Jesse Rivas. It's comedy shows near me. Joey, tell them about it a little bit, my friend.
Comedy Shows Near Me is a weekly pop-up comedy club in the heart of downtown Silver Spring. Every week starting April 7th, we'll be bringing you some of the best talent in the DMV with a premium comedy experience, including some of the best food and drink around. And you go to these other comedy clubs, you can go to the Improv, you can go to the Baltimore Comedy Factory, you go to Googie. None of them is going to have the food that you can get at McGinty's. McGinty's has some of the best food and drink around. It is not just a bar, it is a gourmet gastro pub.
Awesome, man. Awesome time. And you get to see Joey LaFaro, DJ Marcus, hanging out over there. I won't be at the first show, but I will be there in ensuing shows.
Our first show features D-Lo and headliner Tommy Taylor Jr.
Awesome. That sounds like a hit.
And that ain't even everybody.
That ain't everybody.
We got Stacey Axler on that show. We got Shelly Kim on that show. Woo. And it's hosted by the host of all hosts, Jesse Rivas. Get tickets now. They're only $10.
$10.
Linktree is in the comment section. And if you use the promo code .comedy, you get $5 off your first 2 tickets.
$5 off the first 2 tickets because you use the promo code .comedy. You can't use fucking comedy.
Yeah.
We haven't changed that yet. You got to use fucking comedy in the future.
Okay, that'll be the next show.
The next show.
That's the show too. That'll be the one I'm on.
That's the one Joey's on. Oh man, but we're back. Joey LaFaro, DJ Marcus, and our special guest this week, Ms. Dreadhead. Joey.
Yes.
The world is full of mischief and mayhem.
Yes, it is.
So what's going on in the news this week?
So you familiar with Mariupol?
Mariupol?
Yeah, that city in the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Russia's demanding they surrender.
The city surrender?
Yes.
So they want the mayor of Mariupol to come outside and go, "Hey, I'm done."
Yeah. With some white sheets, just like y'all can have it. You can have it.
Yeah, they're like, and they're literally like, so they there were people hiding inside an art school that was flattened on Sunday and a theater that was blown apart 4 days earlier. More than 1,300 people were believed to be sheltering in the theater and 400 in the art school.
So they're all dead now.
So Russia's just like murdering people now. It's not even a military conquest anymore.
No, it's World War III. It's World War III time. I think we've gotten to that point.
I think at this point they're just playing chicken to see if Putin's gonna get overthrown.
Yeah,
and that way no one has to do anything.
We can send in the SEALs and do that shit in a heartbeat.
They gotta make it look.
They gotta make it look like a bunch of Russians.
Make it look like it.
Like we can do that shit. We have the technology to do that shit. Frame some Russians to go in there and kill Putin.
That might be a little harder with the FSB and shit. It would be in other countries. That's the one thing. He has an intelligence background. It might be a little harder with him.
Yeah.
But I think he's at the point where, like, no one in Russia seems to be about this shit either.
No one's happy with what the fuck's going on right now. Especially when you're paying $9,000 for an iPad. Because the ruble is worth nothing.
Can we drop some leaflets on the soldiers to say, hey, you could get brought up on charges when this is all said and done?
Okay, we drop leaflets on them. That's like World War II with the Nazis.
Just let them know there's probably going to be a war crimes trial.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're probably going to lose.
They're definitely going to be a war crimes trial.
It's either it's going one of two ways. Either they'll lose and it'll be a war crimes trial, or everybody dies. Because Putin, it's all a matter of if Putin decides fuck everybody but me and presses the button.
Yeah, that is feasible. I keep forgetting he has that possibility too.
That's the only reason keeping this going is the threat of him rage quitting Earth.
It's like, oh, y'all don't want me in charge of nothing?
In humanity, and I think about that shit every day. Like this motherfucker hit one button in everything.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
It don't matter who he hit. It don't matter. That nigga can blow up his own place, and eventually that shit trickle down, and just everything will just die. Like he's a sick bitch. Like,
can you imagine 50 years when the aliens come and realize that all that's left is a bunch of mutants that can barely speak or read?
All because of one degenerate bastard. Like, I wouldn't even know what to say to my soul as it's lost in radiation. I wouldn't know how to explain to them that you died for nothing. Like you had nothing to do with your death.
Yeah.
You didn't even see it coming. You drunk, you took a shower and then your skin started falling.
That's how that shit's gonna happen.
We're all gonna.
That's how it's gonna happen, and people don't realize that. Like people really don't realize how radioactive shit works. We don't have that shit. We don't. We have the top flight security of the world, Fred. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. We have them niggas. Yes. We got them nukes, motherfucker. Did y'all see Call of Duty with the motherfuckers did back in the day when they was making that zombie shit back then? You want us to go through that again? I'm not going to that. I'm going to the islands. I'm going back home. I'm going to swim in the water. Go play Cool Runnings.
I saw Neil deGrasse Tyson tweet this week.
Okay.
That the amount of gamma ray radiation that the Hulk was exposed to would have killed him.
Yes.
And I thought to myself, I'm done with this dude. Why are you like, why now? Why would you just randomly on a Tuesday decide to
fuck with the
fight
Hulk
with a comic book? That's 60 years old. Like, it's not like, they came up with this premise yesterday.
Yeah.
They made this shit up whenever they were trying to find a way to like give people some hope that radiation wasn't the most terrifying thing on the planet.
Neil deGrasse Tyson does that. That's his shtick.
It was just like it's like, dude, you're being a dick. Like, it's not even like, we all know that we're not stupid, but like, who actually thought that was if someone actually
Oblongs did a better demonstration of what the fuck radiation would do to a motherfucker.
Yeah, Oblongs did. I remember Oblongs. That shit is true.
Oblongs?
The Oblongs. Okay. It basically
bitch had a dick on the head.
Oh
yeah. It's basically what happens after the nuclear war.
Oh,
and everybody's a goddamn mutant. You got people just fall. You got a motherfucker that can come through a keyhole.
yeah. See, that's what's gonna happen. That's what the aliens are gonna come. They're gonna only find those people, and then when the alien anthropologists dig up and excavate, they're gonna find out that we all went to war, and the whole world ended because Russia decided to have a civil war. They won't understand because, like, most people in the country don't understand that Ukraine's a separate place. But let's be real. Half the people in this country don't understand what's happening right now.
No. They think two white countries are fighting each other. There are two white neighbors are fighting each other. It's like you're watching a Storage Wars. It's like we're at home watching this shit happen, and we're like, yeah, they don't really. I don't know why they're fighting. Like I know why, because I read and I make sure that I understand what the fuck's going on.
That's good because I don't.
Yeah, I figured it. I figured it out. Putin just doesn't want the rest of Europe to fuck with him the way they did for so many years. So he wants to take as much land and put it between him and the rest of Europe as possible. That's the way you got to think of it. Because he wants to keep the Kremlin as far away from fuckery as possible. So with the European Union getting stronger by adding people and NATO getting stronger by adding people, his backyard gets closer and closer to his front door. And he is not happy with that shit. The only thing he got is this big ass area in the back of him. It's China. And China's like, we got your back, bro.
China's the friend he doesn't actually want.
Yeah, he doesn't want that friend. He just keeps shaking that motherfucking hand.
China's that friend that always shows up, but never is invited.
China's the blue of their relationship.
Hey, home fan.
I like how she doesn't know him, but she knows him.
Yes, China's their blue. China's there. They know that it's a contentious relationship at best, but they always come to each other's aid when necessary. Oh my goodness! But yeah, man, this thing's getting crazier and crazier. I'm hoping for a quick resolution. I'm hoping either give up the damn country and just move on, or Putin says, "Hey, you know what? I'm tired of fighting this shit, and everybody doesn't like me, so I'm just gonna move on with my time and energy." And I just keep making these bombs over here in Siberia where y'all can't see because I'm going to keep fucking with y'all forever. And I think that's who's the plan is to fuck with us forever. Because I
don't think he can, though, because they're not doing much better than
the third world countries.
Than the Ukraine is. Like the Ukraine's giving them a lot more smoke than they thought they were going to have.
Oh, yeah. Ukraine is like the little kid that you bullied on the playground that turns around and
just finally got some heart and start whooping your ass.
Yeah, just turn around and punch you in the motherfucking face.
They're acting like they never saw Italian Job. You don't fuck with motherfucking Ukrainians.
Yeah. Never saw Italian Job. Never saw any movie about fucking Russia that only stars Ukrainians. It's really fucking weird. Like if you ever look at like those movies where they go, the Russians are coming. No, these bitches are all from Ukraine. Like every movie, like fucking Creed 2.
Yeah.
They were fighting. The dude was training in Ukraine. He wasn't training in Russia. Russia just took him after he won all those goddamn fights. But he wasn't training in fucking Russia. He
culturally appropriated.
Yeah, they appropriated him because his mom was one of them. But it's one of those weird situations where everything we know about Russia, we know because Ukraine is that damn tough. That's what we call it. We call it all Russia any goddamn way.
Russia's trying to talk smoke. They said that relations with the U.S. are, quote, on the verge of a breach, citing unacceptable statements by Joe Biden about Putin. Last week, Biden branded the Russian leader a war criminal.
So Biden told the truth, and Putin don't like the shit. Putin he's used to Trumpisms. He's used to Trump going, "Hey man, I'd suck his dick." That's how Trump handled 4 years of being president. Hey man, if I go over to Russia, I'm gonna hang out with Putin. You know what? It'll be good because I'm a huh? What the fuck?
I'm such Putin on these soft lips and my peach skin.
You know who I'd feel more comfortable with right now if we needed W, I feel would feel more like because Trump's too crazy to trust with anything.
And Biden's too old.
Biden's too old and kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
And W is kind of an idiot too, but I felt like he had a good like handle on.
He was a deceptive idiot.
Yeah,
like he was doing shit that we didn't understand that was good for us at the time. Like he was doing random shit that we just didn't we didn't think he was smart enough to do that shit. But we weren't at war, like where we felt like we'd die. Like the war we fought in the Middle East was more or less, oh, we're gonna go drop bombs on Baghdad. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, we didn't feel like it was gonna come over here.
Yeah,
this war feels like it's coming over here. It's like it's gonna move like the Nazis across Europe and then come across the fucking ocean.
And I don't think it's necessarily Biden's fault. I just feel like Biden doesn't feel like he has the support of all the people he needs to have the support of to make this shit work.
Because he doesn't. I was talking to Chef Dave earlier.
And Trump just seemed like he was going to open the wild, wild west to shit. That's all it seemed like he wanted. So it's like, yeah, we probably would have won, but everything would be blown up.
Yeah. I was talking to Chef Dave earlier about this whole thing, right? Mm-hmm. And we were talking about the presidency in the United States. There needs to be an early age limit. It needs to be a cap on this bitch too.
Yeah.
You can't be 75 and seen world wars and fucking segregation and still be president of the United States. Anybody who saw segregation at firsthand cannot be president of the United States in my book. Not one of them. You got a different mental state. You still calling motherfuckers niggas behind closed doors. You got a bad mental state. I can't trust you. I can't trust Joe Biden because he's.
Oh my goodness! They still calling people niggas behind closed doors. I'm fucking done.
I can't trust him because he's so damn old. So you got to have a cap. I think 65.
He do fall asleep like that man takes naps and he only remember he's talking.
Yeah, because I think 65 is the retirement age, right? That should be the
65 is retirement age. Time you stop driving.
Yeah.
Time you stop doing a lot of shit.
He'll be the peace officer. I'll be there. We're about to sign it, and then he'll just kind of drift off.
Yeah.
And Putin will get pissed. He's like, "Are you fucking snoring?"
It's like, is this bitch sleeping?
That's it.
He's sleeping over here. Y'all see this shit?
Hand in my suitcase.
This is your hero.
I'm gonna handle this shit. I'm tired of this napping ass shit.
Just goes and start punching Joe in the side of the head. This is your hero, America.
Over here taking naps. No hero needs to take a nap on duty.
The part that would be even funnier is that we would be mad. We would just laugh at it.
Yeah.
And we'd laugh at him. He'd be like trying to piss us off, and we'd just be laughing.
Like, why is he
the
beating
thing
up
I laugh about at Joe Biden, and I know I'm gonna sound fucked up for this, but he just looks so white in the face. Like it's just he reminds me like an albino mouse a little bit. Like
yes, he looks extremely.
He looks like
he's very.
I think he lost some melanin.
Like he's invisible white. It's like his soul gone white. Like
life, he was a lab rat named Algernon.
Oh, not Algernon. I know Algernon. That motherfucker was crazy. But okay, we've established that he's too old to do this job. But do you think he's gonna have any luck getting us out of this World War III situation?
Fuck no.
Zero confidence. Okay.
Fuck no. He better get some help from motherfucking good old our black president. He better get some help from him.
Better call Obama and tell him, hey, I need you on these pieces.
Yeah, he better call him and ask him how he got them AK-47s and the goddamn Navy SEALs to come over there and execute that nigga over there overseas. You know, maybe he can get them same niggas to come over there, them same 6 super troopers to go over there and shoot that nigga in the head too. And you never know.
And dump him off a boat, just like we did with that damn Osama bin Laden.
Speaking of,
yep.
Actually, here's what would happen. If Obama got involved, the Ukrainians and the Russians would unite in racism
against America. They would go, oh, y'all want niggas, huh? That's what that'll be all the conversation. It's like, wait, we just sent the black diplomat. No, you sent a nigga. We don't want them here. We done told y'all we gonna blow this bitch up with all of them inside of Ukraine. We leaving them there. Yeah, we need a president like Obama. We need someone who can be as calming and be able to speak better.
When nobody screwed his telling somebody they was murdered than Obama.
Yeah.
Speaking of murder.
Yeah, at 12 o'clock a.m. on this day, he had finally executed the terrorizer of so many years. The terrorist, Osama bin Laden. Everyone clap for me. That's how he was.
That. He did give real King of Samunda vibes when he announced they killed bin Laden. That motherfucker was just
Hey, I was up. I said, "This is the littest nigga I've ever met."
What else is going on, Joe?
A Kansas man who served 23 years in prison for a double murder he did not commit is now seeking $93 million in damages from the county where he was convicted, and a former detective says framed him.
Oh,
he should. First of all, it should be for tuck damage.
Yeah.
Lamonte
in jail, you got to tuck your ass for all them years.
Lamonte McIntyre and his mother allege in a lawsuit filed in 2018 that the unified government of Wyandotte County, Kansas City, Kansas, is responsible for the actions of former Kansas City, Kansas police detective Roger Golubski.
It sounds
like he set somebody up.
This sounds like
that name just sounds like a setup, nigga. Can't even pronounce it. When you can't pronounce a nigga name, you know he gonna set you up.
A federal judge on Thursday set a November 7th trial for the civil case. The unified government wants to have the trial moved to Wichita because of the expensive publicity of the Kansas City area.
Huh?
extensive publicity in the Kansas City area.
Oh, so they think
in Wichita?
Yeah.
But who the fuck lives in Wichita?
Five black guys named Steve and 14 white guys.
It's like 2.5. It's 2 in a possibility of fucking black people that live in Wichita.
They got a spades hand in Wichita. Got 2 of the possible. What's wrong, Joe?
When you said Wichita, along Wichita.
Hold on, this gets weirder.
Okay.
McIntyre's mom is also seeking $30 million. She and her son allege that Golubski coerced her into sex and then framed McIntyre for a double homicide in 1994 because she rejected the detective's later sexual advances.
So he wanted to fuck his mom?
He wanted to fuck his mom?
He fucked his mom. And then when she said, nah, not again.
Not anymore.
Nah. He's like, well, then fuck your baby.
Oh, Lord.
They also allege Golubski abused black women for years, and many officers were aware of his conduct. The pretrial orders include the initials of 73 women.
So he just fucking all the black
this fucking black bitch. He love us. He just don't want to admit it. He love that chocolate cat. That's how it was so many mixed babies back in the day. Because the masters was out here taking this cat because they knew the brown sugar baby was sweeter than the powder. It was sweeter than the powder milk. It was. Sorry, no offense. But it was sweeter than the powder milk.
Nothing taken on this end. Everybody here agrees.
It was sweeter on the powder milk. You know, it was just sweeter than the powder milk because they had us breastfeeding their kids. Obviously, we sweeter.
Obviously, the breast milk is sweeter.
I can't.
In black
that shit just didn't. It threw me off. Like, as being a nigga, and I'm Jamaican, so we got fucked by everybody. So, being a Jamaican. It's like, how the fuck could you sit here and say you don't like niggas, but you let us breastfeed? You want to just breastfeed your kids?
They want strong babies.
You ain't like niggas, but you want to fuck us.
Yeah, there's some complicated shit with the psychology there. That still happens because half the Proud Boys have
black girlfriends
and wives.
See, they don't like niggas. They like niggas. They
don't like the niggas. They like the niggers. They like us. They like the pussy. When they see all that brown cat, they don't know how to act.
Do you remember that chick that came up on my Tinder that had like she was black but not in her head?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you telling me about her.
And that was a turnoff.
Yeah,
this girl was wearing like the Kelly blonde wig and the flannel and the Daisy Dukes,
Oh yeah, she was giving off Southern Belle vibes,
and yeah,
she's giving off them Dukes of Hazzard vibes. Black woman giving off Dukes of Hazzard.
We don't wear that. We wear some J's or some skinny jeans, maybe a t-shirt. If you get a cheap hoe, she gonna wear a 2-thread count rainbow shirt. But if you get you a nice, yeah.
I've seen that shirt.
That's funny as shit because I have too.
that shirt was my high school.
Pretty fucking much.
That's how I ended up this way.
Joey LaFaro loves black women. Like he can't get enough of them. Like we had a conversation before the podcast about that, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did. You don't not remember the conversation we had?
I there was a lot happening.
All right, so the conversation was simple for folks who weren't here for the pre-show meeting. I told Joey I have figured out that I have
that conversation
that I cannot be attracted to white women because I can only be attracted to them naked. If they wear clothes, they look ridiculous to me. Black women, on the other hand, can wear whatever the fuck or as little as they want to, and I am perfectly fine with them standing next to me and being however they want to be. White women it's like it's only sexual. It's like you look at a white woman and go, yeah, it's just I'm only seeing titty every time I see them. It's pointless. I don't see help. I don't see it above my head. Nothing. I just see titty, and that's all I care about.
I just see titty. I just see titty.
As I've said once, and I'll say it again, white women are the devil. I don't. Yeah.
We here at Dot Comedy are huge proponents.
Be out, and I'd be like, okay.
We are huge proponents of nobody dating white women. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, it's not a racist thing. It's truth. It's just how we feel. What else going on in the world, Joe?
In South Carolina, there's a guy got shot, and but the police aren't filing charges.
Okay.
Because he fell off. The guy had fallen off a jet ski.
Okay.
And then decided to fight the rescuers to the point where they had to shoot him in self-defense.
Oh wow. Okay, so his ass got shot for being stupid. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So he deserved that.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck he thought was gonna happen.
The Oconee County Sheriff's Office confirmed last week that the deputies were dispatched March 15th after a man and a woman who were not wearing life jackets fell off a jet ski into Lake Keowee. A man and a woman on a boat saw the other man and woman and drove over and helped them onto the boat. But the man who was rescued allegedly became agitated and began assaulting the couple on the pontoon, according to the sheriff's office. The woman who was rescued attempted to de-escalate the assault by pushing the man who had been on the jet ski back in the water.
Oh my God, is this real? Is this real?
Before the couple on the boat helped the man up again. After a second encounter, the man on the pontoon boat shot the man, fearing for his and his wife's life while
hilarious.
Being assaulted. The man who was shot died on the pontoon.
He died?
Yes.
Where was this at?
The 74-year-old man who fired a gun on the boat and not named by officials.
Where was this?
He's 74.
South Carolina.
How you get your ass bought by a 74-year-old?
So North Florida.
Well, because he used a gun. That's
yeah.
That probably had to do with why he felt so threatened.
Yeah, he was 74. He's on a pontoon boat.
You're 74 on a pontoon boat. Life isn't exactly stable. That's quite the opposite. That's stable.
Yeah,
that is not. That's the opposite of solid ground.
Oh my God. That sounds like a southern thing. That sounds like a southern incident. Like it sounds really Florida.
It sounds like the Southern Shakes.
Yeah, it sounds like a Florida story where it's like all of that seemed like all I needed was alligator for some goddamn reason.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. All I needed was an alligator coming out the water. That's it. That's it. Alligator came out of yonder and bit the back of the man's boat. That's all I was waiting for was something with an alligator.
Like, dude, you fell in the water with no life vest.
Twice.
Why? What are you mad about?
And then they helped you and then pushed your ass back in. See, they gave no fuck. See, if Petty and Give No Fuck was a person, it would have been them.
I just don't understand what he had to be mad about.
I can't believe y'all helped me. Nigga, really?
Can't believe you fucking helped me. I had a crocodile and an alligator trying to bite my ass, and you want to help me. You're supposed to feed me to the fishes.
What do you think the odds are he was an incel?
No, he had a girlfriend.
Did he, though?
They said it was his girlfriend.
There was a girl with him.
Well, I mean,
what if he thought he was going to get some, and then they
That was his side bitch. That was his picnic buddy.
I think he was hoping that. I think the only reason he thought he was going to get some is he had to swim them back to land. And they ruined that opportunity.
So he wasn't going to get laid, so he's like, fuck y'all.
He had an elaborate plot to get laid after almost drowning her by saving her.
He said, I'm going to save this bitch by almost drowning her and give me some cat.
What other motive do you have to be mad at a 74-year-old person on a pontoon boat?
There's absolutely no reason to ever be mad at a 74-year-old man on a pontoon boat. I am a firm believer that anybody on the pontoon boat should get a pass 99% of the time.
I think, yeah, they can. You know why? Because even if that's a douchebag, I'm not going near on a pontoon boat. I don't need to be near one ever.
Nope. There's no reason for me to be on one. Man, what else going on in the world, Joe?
Kanye West.
Kanye West.
Oh my God. Here we go.
He's in the he and Pete is just it's an ever expanding list. So in the past week, he's gotten kicked off the Grammys, and banned from the Grammys. And then DL he decided he got into it with DL Hughley, which of all people.
Well, DL started the shit.
DL went on that man though.
Yeah, he went in on him, and
yeah, but like,
you can't blame him.
What did you think DL was gonna do?
Yeah, but the thing is,
he told that man, like, what you had to fuck up as a black man for her to go back to a white man.
Yeah, she's proving the stereotype wrong on this one. She's like, yeah, I went black and I said, fuck that. that's what Kim's sitting at home thinking that shit up. But D.L. Hughley said that that Kanye was stalking her and harassing her and menacing her. And to a degree, DL's correct. But the thing that Kanye is doing is making it too public. He's doing all this shit in the public face. That's where niggas don't win in the public. Like
it'd be even creepy if he wasn't doing it in the public face. Then he'd be off his Selena shit.
Yeah, he'd be sitting outside her damn house. But if he Kanye needs to sit his silly ass down somewhere.
Yes.
That is all I can really say about him. He just need to sit the fuck down. Like, leave.
He's supposed to be in a relationship. Why are we not hearing about that shit? Why is his girlfriend allowing it?
Well, his girlfriend's allowing it because she's a Kim Kardashian twin. He damn near got a girl that looks just like his ex-wife, so that he could walk around with the same damn chick.
Who the hell is Theophilus London?
I don't know. Why are they involved in this situation?
So this rapper decided to accost DL in a restaurant with his family to tell DL to apologize on camera for doing the Vlad interview, and his people called security on him.
Yeah, because that's where it all came from. Right. Because DL does this thing where, like, people don't trust DL Hughley anymore. When I say people, I mean black people.
Okay.
There's two different trains of thought with DL Hughley. He does too much to damage sometimes, but he also does a lot to encourage. So when he steps off and he like fucks with somebody that we care about, and then white people are involved on the other side, we go, this motherfucker in the Illuminati. Whereas if he's riding for black people and white people are involved, we go, oh, he's on our team. In this case, he's going against Kanye, a noted black man.
Possible he's just doing DL shit and
yes,
he falls on either line and it doesn't. And
he falls where he wants to fall.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to him 100%. But the thing is, black people need you to be 100 the same all the time. You can't have a varying viewpoint most of the time because we just go, you just wishy-washy. No, I'm watching the situation. Kanye's fucking up, and he's fucking up bad. Like he's fucking up to the degree of
And he making black men look horrible. Like
shit, he is fucking it up for all of us.
Hold on, there's more to this.
No,
this Theophilus London story.
Okay.
DL put out a retort on Instagram. Who the fuck is Theodore Huxtable, and why is he video bombing my table while I'm having dinner with my friends and family? These new cats are built way different. Where do you draw the line on clout chasing? I would say taking a video in the bathroom at Nobu restaurants while another man has his eggplant emoji out. Security was doing their job keeping the clout chasers away from the guests trying to enjoy their dinner. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Oh, wow. Hit him with that one.
When are they going to learn to stop coming for me? Hashtag Team DL. Hashtag I don't know you. Hashtag you played yourself. Hashtag we don't believe you. You need more people. Hashtag for the gram.
Wow.
Hashtag
oh my gosh.
Going wrong. Hashtag this ain't it, chief.
He gave that man 100 hashtags.
Wow. Okay. Obviously DL has he stood up for himself on that one. But again, people need to stop fighting other people's battles.
Yeah.
Like truthfully, Kanye needs to sit his silly ass down. Like I am
is on himself. Like he fucked up, and Kim is scared of him now. Like he didn't scared the goddamn. The worst thing you can ever do to a woman is cry and shit and do all that scurry shit. Like that scares a woman off, because they like, well, did you have these creepy ass fucking feelings this whole time? Was you having these serial killer thoughts while we was together, bitch? That's how motherfuckers start feeling after a while, because he's giving serial killer vibes right now.
Yeah.
Stalking, and I'm gonna kill Kim, and she gonna have to be with me. I'm not leaving. Nah, that is some serious. She gonna wake up dead one day. Everybody gonna hear about it. She not, but everybody else will.
I've always been interested by that quote. They woke up dead. No, they didn't.
I mean, I had trouble seeing it escalate to there because some of this stuff is so trivial and stupid.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so Pete Davidson was supposed to go on a Blue Origin flight into space.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kanye West wants to take his kids on a trip to space.
He's following Kim. He's like, you gonna take me and these kids with you? We gonna watch you from the moon, bitch.
Like he's trying to one up Pete Davidson, like, and it's just sad.
Pete Davidson was like, "Look, you probably would have gave Kim the world. I mean, you probably would have gave her everything in the world, but I'm gonna let her see the world, nigga. I'm gonna give her the solar system."
Well, hey Joey, it's one of those sad situations where divorce gone wrong. Hopefully you and I will never have
that shit wrong in Argentina.
Yeah, well, Argentina had violence attached to it.
We don't know what happened behind them closed doors. We don't know.
Oh, we all saw the movie. He whooped her ass. I don't.
No, I'm talking about between Kim. You don't know. Maybe Kim was whooping that nigga ass. You don't know. That man looked terrified every day.
I still think she was.
Who said I thought that she was getting her ass whipped?
I feel like she's been gaslighting him for their entire relationship. Nobody.
I think she's been beating that man. I think she's been hiking that man. She's been bitching him. I seen the video when he was like, "You can't say stick." Why? Because she's right here. He couldn't say stick because the little girl was right there. She be bitching him.
I don't think that like I feel like, why do we put it past her to be manipulative when she manipulated a whole country into thinking that she has a purpose? Like, there's no reason for her to be a celebrity.
True.
She got famous on getting hit.
Yeah.
It's bitches that get hit on Instagram every day and they still ain't hit. They only reach like 100.
Exactly.
They don't even get World Star worthy.
Like she's like Jada Fire's not that famous. Like it's not.
She is. She's to us. She is to us.
She's not that famous. She's not famous enough that she can make a beauty product brand and have it make $1 billion.
Let her put it out. Let's see what works. Here's a message for Jada Fire from Die Comedy Podcast. Put out some makeup and some shit. We'll support you.
Put out a porn with Ray J.
I don't think women watch her.
We'll push it.
No, I'm not.
You're not going to be a part of it?
I don't.
You're not going to be a part of that venture, Joey?
No. That's my official response.
No. Gotcha. All right. I understand. It's a DJ Marcus experience. Oh, man. What else going on in the world, Joe?
Lisa Kudrow and Courtney Cox.
Yes.
They both appeared in over 200 episodes of Friends.
That's my shit. I love Friends.
On Monday, on Sirius XM's Andy Cohen Live, Lisa Kudrow was a guest, and she revealed that she doesn't recall filming many episodes of Friends. She said, "Yeah, Courtney and I are completely in the same boat." Kudrow replied, "We don't even remember what the episodes were." Kudrow added, "I know I haven't seen all the episodes."
It's like, what, did you get a concussion?
So you didn't see all the episodes that you had and you were in them?
What drugs were you on in the 90s?
Thank you.
I mean,
what kind of weed did they have back then? They had some severe coke. That's why they said cocaine was a hell of a drug. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, they're both saying they don't.
I think that's why my mama don't remember half the ass whoopings and shit while she beat me. Like, I don't think she remember that shit because them drugs.
Yeah, that does happen. But again, they both said they don't remember it. They don't remember filming. Here's the thing, Joey. How many people remember what they did 25 years ago?
Huh?
How many people really remember what they did 25 years ago?
It's not, but you do something day in and day out.
I don't remember jobs. Like, I remember pieces of it. Like, I remember like I've been doing my job currently for 20 years. I remember when I was a clerk, like a bagger, when I worked at Safeway. I remember being that. But if you ask, I remember pieces, like I remember stories from when I did it, but I can't remember every day. I can't remember large stretches of that time. Like I understand where they're coming from with it because time has passed and it's just, you're being old. And old white women don't remember shit. Like they age like cottage cheese anyway.
How many episodes of the
We have done 147.
How many of them have you listened to?
I listen to my favorite episode like every other day. That's the 2000 I think it was 2017's Women's and International Women's Day episode.
I listen to every episode. Okay. Eventually, for quality control.
Eventually.
Wouldn't you like, if you put that much time and effort into something? She claims that she didn't have time to sit down on Thursdays to watch it. Like, oh, we didn't have TiVo. Bitch, you had a VCR. Like, it's not that hard.
They didn't care. They getting checks for that shit. That wasn't a passion project for them. They made $1 million an episode.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, even in the beginning, though.
Yeah, it's actors.
She didn't have jack or shit. It's not like she was a known quantity before that show.
She was actually making good money before the show.
On what?
She had a bunch of like shows that she was actually on.
Lisa Kudrow.
What
the hell did she do before Friends?
Because she was on the reason she got Friends because she did a role on Mad About You.
Oh, I never watched.
Yeah, she was on Mad About You.
Yeah, she was on Mad. She was her sister.
Yep.
On Mad About You.
Mad About You.
Yeah.
Mad About You, baby. Yeah. Don't ask why I know that.
It shows you how embedded white culture is or white people are in society. Every black person has watched either Frasier, Mad About You, or Cheers in their lifetime. And you're like, why do you all watch that? I don't fucking know. It just seems interesting.
I love Big Bang Theory, Mad About You, Mike and Molly.
Yes, good show.
That is my shit. Friends was my shit. But my favorite episode of Friends is Naked Ross.
I don't remember.
Real life.
My favorite episode of Friends is when Ross finds out that Chandler and his sister are fucking, and he almost jumps out a goddamn window. It is the funniest shit. It's like me standing across the way and seeing you and my sister fucking in here, and I just run to the balcony and just jump off the bitch because I'm watching you. And I'm like, no, don't take that off of my sister. No. I would lose my shit. And that was probably the funniest scene in a TV show of my life because it's ingrained in me to watch that scene. But again, I understand where they're coming from with that, with not remembering. Again, it didn't. You got to remember who they are currently and who they used to be. And actors never really watch what they do. Like they have to at some points. Like they got to watch premieres and shit. They got to go to premieres and sit through movies and shit. But like if you're a TV actor, you're not watching that show every fucking week. I filmed it. I don't need to watch this shit.
I don't know. I don't feel that's true. I think
Make sure I ain't wear that same outfit. Hold on, wait a minute.
I think most of the time they like the stars of the show usually, and it's different when I guess there's an ensemble, but usually the stars of the show, if you pay attention to the credits, by like season 3, they're executive producers.
Yes.
And I don't think you could be an executive producer for a show that you're on and not.
Yeah, you can.
Not watch your product because
you
literally have to make the episode. You have to decide what's going to happen.
You don't have to do that. They give you that credit so they can pay you, so the money makes sense.
I guess, but that's bullshit.
They give you that. They give like whenever the contracts come up and they all want to make money, they usually throw that tag on there. That's why Will Smith is like the last 3 seasons of The Fresh Prince. He's an executive producer on The Fresh Prince, even though he has no credibility to be an executive producer.
I don't know, but you see it. You can tell. You can tell by the show because you can tell when that actor's stuff changes.
Yeah,
like
they take a bigger role.
I know you didn't watch. I know you weren't a big fan of Psych, but you could tell when they started a few seasons in when Dule Hill and James Rode got a little more control. Their references and their bits were more prevalent. It was the writing changed, and you can tell when that happens on a show where some of the stars become executive producers and they get a little more creative freedom to add the things that they like.
Yeah, if you can get that in there, you just have to. You got to make sure that it actually fits too.
Right, but I think that's what I'm saying. I don't think you could be one person who's engaged like that. So to me, it just says that they were, it's a vehicle for them.
Yeah.
Either you did it as a vehicle, as a means to an end, and you didn't really give a fuck about it, which is kind of a slap to the face of all the people who help get you where you're at. Because without that show, I don't think you are doing anything.
True. They
you just be a guest star.
They did slap Courtney. They did slap what's her name, Jennifer Aniston, in the face by making those comments. And Jennifer Aniston was supposed to be the star of the show, which is hilarious. And I'm like, it's an ensemble cast, but she was actually supposed to be the star because the name of the show was originally called Rachel.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I watched the Friends reunion. I like that show. I like white people. White people are fun to me. I have you see all my white friends, so you know that I have fun with white people. Like they can make me laugh. Like I'm not like
some can. I just don't like the can like I felt like the whole show's supposed to be funny, but the only funny one was Chandler.
Yeah.
And Joey sometimes.
He was written to be the funny one.
Right.
He was supposed to be the comic relief of the show.
Why do you need a funny one for a show like if you watch like New Girl, they all were funny.
Yes. But at the time that wasn't a formula. That wasn't a formula for everybody to be funny.
Yeah, it was the 90s when they didn't know how to do.
You had to have the funny one, the serious one, the crazy one, the drama queen. You had to have all those archetypes.
You're making me sad again because I think about makes me think of what like Big Bang Theory is, and that makes me want to cry.
See, you hate Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, because it's like comedy written for 5-year-olds. It's not.
I love Big Bang Theory.
I fucking hate that show.
I watched a bar rescue episode that reminded me of Big Bang Theory, which was hilarious.
How do you connect those?
It was a bar rescue where the two guys that owned the bar, they were research scientists to cure cancer, and they would have like conversations about the bar, but it would go so deep into like the meta of the bar that the conversation would make zero sense. So you're watching John Taffer sit there and go, I don't even know what the fuck they were just talking about. Like they had a whole argument right in front of John Taffer, and you just see him go like this, huh? And then they walk away from him with no conclusion. They both walk away from him. He's just standing there stuck. It was I got to show it to you at some point, but it was the funniest shit I've ever watched.
Oh my god!
I watched that shit earlier today.
I really want Rick and Morty to make fun of Bar Rescue for some reason now.
I love Rick.
I love fucking Rick and Morty. I have Rick and Morty tattooed on me. I love Rick and Morty.
Like you think about like that, and that's what I'm saying. When I think of like, I have that, and then I have Big Bang Theory, and like here's the intellectual pace of Rick and Morty, and there's not like Big Bang Theory's lower than the floor.
Big Bang Theory was escape TV.
Each episode is one joke.
It's a joke setup for the whole episode. We know that.
There's one joke. You can tell what the joke is in the first 5 minutes, and then I'm like, what am I sitting here for the rest of the other 25?
To get the punchline.
I know what the punchline is. It's not a difficult joke to decipher. It's a dad joke. It's a half-hour dad joke.
Okay,
it's like dad jokes. No, it's like when you're at the gym and some old guy is like telling you to come over there to like tell you a joke and then tells you to put it in your skits. That's what it feels like.
See, Joey takes that for as a
that's what it feels like when I watch anything that Chuck Lorre guy produces.
As an insult. Joey
Chuck Lorre.
See, because me and my girlfriend were talking about that in the car the other day, and I was like, I should start doing stand-up because, like, I'm listening to myself, and people are setting me up with fucking hilarity, and I'm like, I should do stand-up. She's like, yeah, you'll have me in one of your little bits, won't you? And I was like, yeah, it'll probably be like a whole series of just talking about you and car rides because your car ride conversation don't make any sense because you're usually not listening to me. And she's like, huh? And it was like, see?
Exactly.
Exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I understand exactly where you're coming from with that. Because when people say you should use it in one of your little bits, it's like, yeah, you use this dick. I don't understand.
No, it's specifically the word skits because the skit is what you did in health class to practice different scenarios for getting out of situations with drug dealers. Like those
are skits.
Those were skits. Skits are what you did in Dare.
Yeah, so Dare skits. Yeah, don't hand me those drugs, man.
Skits are what you do in sexual harassment training. It is not. It is not meant or has ever been meant for the stage.
No, it is not. Oh man. I hate you, stupid as shit. Oh man, let's hit it with one more, Joey. Let's get out of here, man.
Suzuki and SkyDrive have teamed up to develop flying cars in Japan.
Okay.
Bruh. Why did I know this was going to be in Japan? I feel so racist at that.
Why? Okay, here's my question. Why are we giving Asian drivers the ability to fly their car now?
They can't see. Oh my God, that's even more racist.
I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just making statements.
I'm the one being racist.
Because it's like we keep doing this shit where we put it in the hands of people who shouldn't have it.
I'm sorry, that wasn't the right story.
That wasn't? Oh, you suck, Joey. You made me racist.
That was a good story if it was. That was been perfect. I would have loved to say
it's the thing. It did happen.
That did happen?
It did happen. It's not, but I forgot there was a much more important story that I think is more prudent that we need to get to.
Well, hit it. Let's get it.
District of Columbia Attorney General Carl Racine is suing Grubhub for deceptive business practices, saying its food delivery app covertly inflates prices for diners who order through it. The suit demands a list of allegedly illegal practices as well as financial restitution and civil penalties. I called these motherfuckers out 2 weeks ago for making me have to cancel an order because the driver said the restaurant was closed.
And I've called them out on numerous occasions for a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit costing $7 on the menu at McDonald's and costing me $35 to get it to me.
Thank you. And then there was that bullshit about the fucking your compensation. Use a 60-day trial of inconvenience for you to remember to cancel this shit.
Yeah, pretty much. It's all a hustle, man. They don't know DC gets a cut whenever they move it to a city. The local government gets a cut of their profits. That's called tax. So they should shut the fuck up and just take the money and let us keep getting hustled. Because people will catch on eventually. Once we get out of this pandemic space, people will go back to not ordering from these motherfuckers like we used to. Like we got comfortable because the pandemic said, hey, you can't go to these restaurants, but you want this food. Mm-hmm. Now we're at the point where we can go in these restaurants again. I'd rather go pick up my food and cost me $2.50 in gas to go get the shit that cost me $35 in service fees and lateness to get cold food.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. The motherfucker, I was on DoorDash the other day.
Yeah. Especially if the food you're ordering doesn't travel well.
Yeah. I was on DoorDash and it asked me if I wanted the person to make another stop to get me other stuff. Mm. And I'm like, no, I want my chicken and broccoli and pork fried rice. I've been eating that for weeks now. That's been my only thing.
That was a long ass pause.
Because I had to remember what the fuck I ordered.
And you should have just gone with Chili's baby back ribs. That would have been the perfect note.
I agree completely. No, but we know that they're getting over on us, but the fact remains it's not hurting us to pay these prices. Now, if DC government is saying, hey, we're not getting enough of our cut, which I think that's what they're saying.
No, they're saying it's hurting the residents. So the lawsuit argues that Grubhub's promises of, quote, free online orders and unlimited free for Grubhub Plus are misleading. While customers can make pickup orders for free, the company charges delivery and service fees for standard orders and service fees for Grubhub Plus orders, displaying the service fee until recently as part of a single line with sales taxes. Grubhub misled district residents and took advantage of local restaurants to boost its own profits, even as district consumers and small businesses struggled during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Because it just said tax fees.
Right.
It didn't line item out. Yeah.
Grubhub charged hidden fees and use bait and switch advertising tactics, which are illegal.
Hidden frees are what you get from Domino's. I've learned that. They're like, hey, you want to get some hidden frees? And I was like, freeze? What you get? What you sending me? A molten cake? Oh my goodness, those are hidden frees. Be good with
you
that.
know where I got a hidden free from?
Where?
Hip Hop Fish and Chicken.
What was it?
It was a piece of fish.
In your chicken?
Didn't ask for.
Okay, with the fries, didn't it?
They just had an extra. There's a fried piece of fish in a container. I didn't ask for it. I was like, all right, this is delicious too. More crack.
Yes, indeed. That is what you get from Hip Hop Chicken and Fish. Oh man, but we can get out of here, Joe.
Yes,
it has been a fun week, man. Miss Dreadhead, it was definitely a pleasure meeting you, ma'am.
I had a blast. It was definitely a pleasure meeting you as well.
Oh man, tell people again where they can find you at on the internet.
Everybody, you can find me online on IG at Miss Dreadhead 33_. See you there.
Oh man, all right. Do you have any shows coming up?
Yes, I actually have one. It is Friday, actually, in Landover. Let me get the address so everyone can know. Before we get off here, let me just get the address because, like, it was literally sent to me this morning. Yeah, so let me get the address. It is at 337 Bright Sea Road, Suite 103, Landover, Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on out and have some fun.
All right, definitely. I feel like it's gonna be a hell of a fun time.
Follow Miss Dreadhead on Instagram, please, folks. Yeah. I'm telling you, I've seen her lives. They're always lit. It's always entertaining.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Definitely worth your time. I enjoyed hanging out with you tonight. I was great getting to meet you at the show we did in front of people in the Ghost Bar with the no room in the back.
Exactly.
I'm glad it ended up being a safe place to perform and not the murder room we thought.
The Devil Cartel.
Hey, I can appreciate that. I've been in the sketchy places with Joey LaFaro in the past 20 years of us hanging out together. Oh man, but Joey, where can they find you at, man?
At LaFaro Comedy on Instagram, but follow comedy shows near me.
Definitely
got a lot
get
of
that.
awesome, fun shows coming up. It'll be weekly. You can see all of our lineups there. You can see who's coming up on the next show. You can see profiles on our comics. And you'll be able to get some promotions for discounts and other fun stuff too.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And you can find me anywhere you find the That Comedy Podcast. You will find DJ Marcus. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at DJ Marcus .comedy. That's right. DJ Marcus .comedy. I can use the period in mine.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, everybody else, they choose to use the DOT. I don't use the DOT. Goddamn it. I use the period. Because that's the end of the statement. Because DJ Marcus. I'm sorry. It does. It feels aggressive.
Sounds like you're fighting scorpions with your special heavy time.
There you go. He's so stupid. But yeah, man, DJ Marcus, Joey LaFaro, Candace August, we are the Dot Comedy team, and we will see you next time with more fun and more thrills on the Dot Comedy Podcast.